I've always been an artist. I've always been a musician. But I also became, as you all know, stockbroker for many years. I learned a lot there. Learned about this Clinton agenda, which really started this socialism. And that's why I say, welcome to the revolution. It's been a soft, ongoing thing for years. Now, the reason why I say, at least in the corporate America, you can tell, is because guys like me, we don't get pushed out the door. We're usually a very, very valuable asset to any company that'll have us. We're go-getters like myself. We're not like you snowflakes. And you snowflakes are just heightening this revolution that's begun because of the Clinton agenda, the beginning of it. Thank God, though, Trump is in there. And as you can tell, he still can't be bought. And that's what we need. Who do you trust when everyone's a crook? Now, on one side of the coin, the tax law that went into effect is going to help a lot of these big companies that are liberal-based. But the majority of our country is built on small businesses. And they're going to benefit as well. But you can even already tell, as soon as it went into law, AT&T gave everybody raises and bonuses and all that kind of stuff. Pardon me, I'm kind of getting my shit together today. But there is a revolution. And if you notice, when you're working for the corporate America, they've got you micromanaged to the nth degree. And I'll give you an example. It's all been a roller coaster year for me. Last December, as you know, I got pushed out the door because some of these little crybabies didn't like the fact that I was like, what are you working on? Let's go, let's get it done. And they didn't like the tone. But a boss isn't supposed to be there to be a friend. He's supposed to be there to say, I need you to do this. I'm going to pay you, but I need you to do this. But they don't like being told. Well, as you know, I got pushed out the door. 2 weeks later, that little fucker, he quit. Who cares where he is now? But I went to one place, man, micromanaged to the nth degree. I worked for a company, RV, Red Venture. I got in bed saying about it, you know, if you don't know your stuff, they'll teach you. But on the first day that I put on the floor, I did it the way I know how to do it. Like I said, I can sell ice cream to an Eskimo if I needed to. I got on the phone for half a day. I took 8 phone calls. I closed 7 of them. And if I had that first guy able to stick around just a little bit longer, he would have closed too. And it would have been 8 for 8. I had an 87% close ratio. But as soon as we started to micromanage and micromanage and micromanage and coach and coach and coach and coach and coach and coach, maybe out of 30 phone calls, I closed 3. Okay? Is that me? I don't think so. That's your liberal corporate agenda telling you what they want you to do. And guess what? If you don't meet the numbers, they push you out the fucking door. Now, I went from there, and I got you know, a job in a place that I like, an arena I like to do, which is the sign business. I love the sign business. Got a salary I was looking for. Wasn't the top pay, but it wasn't the bottom pay. It was something that I can try to get a little ahead, and I wasn't being greedy about it. Well, because of all this crybaby shit, the higher-ups are getting tired of it. They are getting tired of it. But they still want these results. Okay? And that's the problem. You can't keep on beating somebody over the fucking head, micromanage the nth degree out of them, and get results all the time. Well, the owner of this company, he had all his eggs in one basket doing sign work for other sign companies, and he pissed the guy off somehow. I got laid off. Why? Because there's no work. Now, luckily, in a couple of days, I found another sign company. I happened to walk in at the right time. They weren't happy with somebody that, you know, they had that said he could do what he said he could do, and he couldn't. And 2 days later, I got a different job. But I also took a third of a pay cut. And now, this owner, great guy. This is a great company, by the way. You know, I had to take it because unemployment wasn't going to pay my bills. But he's at a point where he had to go through 6, 7, 8 guys in a year, and they lost money that year because of training, and these guys couldn't do what they said they can do, and they were all young. Now, I'm not a young guy, I'm 51. And so the revolution has begun. And when you look at what's going on in Venezuela, it's sad. They can't even get bread. They can't even get electric. They wait online to get food from the government because they promised that socialism was going to be so great. It always sounds great in the beginning because you libtard, millennial crybabies and those, I hate to freaking say this, but the black community, big problem. You're a big fucking problem. And this isn't a white supremacist thesis. This is, and I'm going to tell you why. But it's a big problem because you want the handouts. You like the handouts. But just as anything, if I saw this the other day, if you put a guy on the moon and he's sitting there doing push-ups, there's no resistance. His muscles are going to go for shit. They're not going to work as well. You got to work the muscle. You got to get in there. And so what's happening is this lackadaisical kind of mindset that nobody wants to go out there and work for a living. And so guys like me, I got to walk on eggshells and make sure I cross the T's and dot the I's. I got to micromanage myself in an arena where the boss says, I'm not going to micromanage. I'm going to show you once. I'm going to show you twice. The third time I got to show you, unless it's a real difficult task, there's the door. Now, the great thing about this new place is I'm working for a company, and I think one of the first things he asked me was, because he says, we're a concealed carry here, and I said, oh, okay, well, me too. I'm a concealed carry. And I don't walk anywhere, even in my own house, because I don't know who's knocking on my door. I stay protected. But he asked me, you know, we're a concealed carry. And I said, great, excellent. So I know I'm in the right place. I'm also knowing in the right place that after a week, I got a $200 Christmas bonus. And this is before Trump announced he's putting the tax bill into place. So I know I'm with good people, and I was like floored because the guy I was working for that moved the shop from the Charlotte area to where I am in Gastonia, which is why I moved to Gastonia, he didn't even give the guy that he has there a Christmas bonus. Every other word is GD this and GD that. I got news for you. You don't say God's name in blasphemy. You don't do that. Okay? That's another problem. We're going to talk about that too. Now, today's just going to be kind of a summary, and we're going to see as we go, episode after episode, of what I'm talking about, that we're in a revolution. But the black community are a problem. You don't want to work. And you need to earn your keep. You are pillaging this country. And you all think that Obama's so great. Well, guess what? The stock market was like 7,700 when Obama was there. It's now like 20-something thousand now with Trump. Why? Because he got rid of all of those executive orders, all that red tape, all that micromanaging that now corporate America and even the small businesses are doing, and having a zero tolerance that the economy is booming. Now that he's put this tax plan into place, we're going to see more results. But Obama tripled the deficit. Tripled the deficit. And Trump is nipping it in the butt. You may not like this guy. You may not like what he says. You might not like what I say. Too bad. The truth needs to be told. So enough of the raping and pillage of our country. It's bad enough we're in a soft revolution as it is. And we have to fight for just mediocre, jobs. And I'm not saying the job is mediocre, but the pay is mediocre. Okay? So besides the fact the black community doesn't want to work, you've got it so ingrained that you think you own everything. I'm going to give you another example. All I wanted to do yesterday was take care of some of my laundry. I wanted to go to the laundromat, read my Bible, let the machine do its rollabout, mind my own freaking business. But again, I'm in a black community. I'm like 1 out of every 20. That's the ratio here. Okay? So I'm the minority. And I'm getting disrespected. Now granted, I don't really get disrespected, but you can tick me the fuck off. And if I say curse words, sorry God, you created everything. It's just an adjective. So my laundry's going round and round, and when I sit down, there's a thug sitting there smoking a cigarette inside. Now, I thought the law was you're not supposed to smoke indoors in a public business. Now, I can understand like a shop environment, like a garage or something of that ilk. I get that, but this is an enclosed laundromat. Now, I'm not going to start anything, but I have to now sit all the way over here because it's going to screw up my breathing because of my asthma. Another reason why I haven't really toured or tried to entertain being a lead vocalist, even though I want to try. So I'm on my own business, and I'm sitting there. My clothes are finally washed. I go and I put them in the dryer. So now I'm like a magnet for some reason. I go in a place that's empty, and for some reason people just after the fact just start jumping in, and it gets busy. So now it's one black individual after the next black individual after the next black, and now the place is swamped. Okay, there's no more machines. People are fucking lining up to try to get their laundry in. And so, again, now I see this little black woman, can't be more than 5'3", old, not too old, but she's not working. There's no freaking way. She don't look the part, because there are some black individuals that do work. You can tell, they dress a little nicer, or they're cleaning their scrubs because they're in the medical field. She looked like she was schlepping and fetching it, okay? And she's sitting there freaking puffing away, and